All right. So this is a $20,000 watch, and I know no one gives a single shit. If if you want to become good at sales, if you really want to smash it out of the park, I have a beautiful video for you. It's a role play sessions that I did with my students. You can literally see how you handle a prospect who is a real fucking pain in the ass. You know those prospects that they don't have a pain, they're fine, their life is perfect, nothing wrong, and you have no fucking idea on what to do because if you know there's not a pain, if there's not a problem, you're not gonna fucking close them. So what do? Do you just accept it, take it up the ass? No, you find it because everyone has a fucking problem. Everyone has a pain. You're just not good enough to find it. So, how I would recommend you to get this thing done? Well, watch the fucking video where you're going to learn how you can expand, how you can enhance, how you can reveal the real pain. So, do that and don't forget to take some notes. Enjoy the video. So who will be the people? So we got short absolutely. We got Chinese mafia. We have women. We have Puerto Rico. Are you there? We got biscuit and tea. I cannot at the moment. Okay. Puerto Rico's out. We have influencer advantage. I'm assuming influencer advantage cannot do it either. So I do that. Or can you? You can tell me. I'll give a chance to Russian comrade. Russian comrade. I'm 330,000. Well, that's a skill issue, brother. That's just literally a skill issue. So we got everyone. All right. Let us see who the closer will be. You guys ready? Tyler, are you ready? Tyler, do you feel pressured? No? Let's see. Well, you guys see that this is random, right? I don't need anyone's permission. Good stuff. You guys see this is
random.
oh, Chinese
Who
mafia.
fucking rigged this shit?
I cannot. I literally cannot. I can add an image. Interesting. Anyways, what's Amro?
Yes.
What will be? Oh no, I super cooked. I did not know you could do this though. No, I want to do the whole thing again now. No, this is so good actually. What? I'm recording this. Right. So let's see who's gonna be the prospect now. Oh, this is hilarious. All right, let's see who wins. Biscuit and tea. You're gonna be the prospect. All right. So I'm busy. Nah. Right. Chinese mafia. What do you want to close these people?
It's going to be for an ecom. It's ecom.
An ecom. I swear the last time I had to do a roleplay on this call, it was with you.
Probably.
Probably.
It's a long ass time ago. So what? So is it just like the offer that most of us just did?
Yeah,
Basically
very
like
similar.
that. Okay.
All right. So whenever you're ready, just start from the opening question, pretty much the discovery. Let's just take it from there. Oh, wait a second. Everyone, pin them down. Pin them. Where is Samro? Where is I? Here. All right. So now I'm ready. Whenever you guys are ready to start.
All right. So, Aiden, tell me, what led you to want to be a successful entrepreneur today?
What? That's so random. Successful entrepreneur on what?
Oh, with the.
Also,
All right, Aiden.
what led you today? Kind of weird. It's your question is all over the place. What is the main reason on why you want to start or scale? I don't know. Your e-commerce brand right now. Today feels like kind of forced. I say right now it's better. So try again.
Okay. All right, Aiden. What led you to, or what made you want to start becoming a successful entrepreneur with e-com right now?
Okay.
We good to go? Okay.
Yes.
So, well, I follow quite a lot of like gurus, you could probably call them. And basically, because I like their content, it fucks with my cookies, and now I just see ads plastered all the time for business opportunities. And yeah, I think e-commerce, it looks like there's got a lot of good opportunity, and I think that's something I need to be a part of.
All right. So your phone is basically spammed with e-com ads and you want
No,
to be part of it.
that's not what you want to recap. It's a dumb recap. There's nothing sustainable in that recap. Like, what are you recapping? The ads? Well, what should you do? What do you think you should do?
I was gonna ask him, what opportunities are you looking for?
Wrong either. The only thing that you have to say is, why do you feel you have to be taking advantage of those opportunities? Not what is he looking for. It's like he says, I have to be there. Something like that. He said. It's like, why? He said he need even worse. And then he called that. So why do you need to do that? And whatever he says, then I'm probably gonna do the recap, because what he said about, oh, I just see some ads and that's why I just jumped on the call, is the biggest bullshit answer in history, probably. So you recapping that is, keep in mind, the point of a recap is to, you told me the problem, I shove it back to you and you have to confirm it. You're not recapping any problem. You're just recapping a rationalization. Therefore, you're making it easier for him to rationalize. You're making it more difficult for you. That makes sense now?
Yeah, I understand.
Try it again.
Okay. And what opportunities exactly?
Why?
I forgot what you said.
Why? Not what. Why you need to do that? Why do you need to take advantage of those opportunities?
Oh, yes. So why do you want to capitalize on these opportunities you've been receiving?
It's a good question. Let me think for a second. I think maybe need is a bit of a stretch. I mean, the way I look at it right now, I can see my driveway. There's no Lambo, you know. I got an Apple Watch Series 6, not a date just. So, but I see people who are e-com who do have these kind of nice things. So, do I need them? Quote unquote, maybe not. It's not like I'm dying, but they're nice to have.
So you want
I
to take,
imagine.
so you want to capitalize on this opportunity because you don't have nice things?
I mean, who said I didn't have nice things?
What do you have?
I'd probably argue that a Lambo is an ultra nice thing. You know, I could have an 80K car sitting on the driveway. I'd say that's probably a nice thing, but it's not a 400K Lambo.
So why is it an issue?
You could, to avoid conflict, probable conflict, just go back to the original question. What was the original question?
Why do you want to capitalize on this opportunity?
The original question.
What made you want to be a successful entrepreneur? Or why do you want to start?
What's the main reason you want to do this? And then if he says again, just to have nicer things, it's like, that's the main reason. Yeah. Okay. What's wrong with what you have? And then you say it. But it feels like I'm these are all the notes I took so far. I didn't took any notes. Nothing. Because he didn't say anything that is relevant. Yeah. So
Am I being too dickheadish, as in like unrealistic?
you can play the prospect you want. Just when you play a prospect, this is small tangent, but you and everyone, you play prospects that you either play yourself or you play someone you know. Yeah. Don't play just
Mm.
imagine stuff because then inconsistencies just
Okay,
get
I'll
all
be a bit
over the
warmer.
place.
I'll be a bit warmer.
Yeah,
I wasn't deliberately trying to be cold or
you
dickheadish. It was just,
okay?
a bit
Or
more
just
blasé.
roleplay
It's fine.
someone you had. Roleplay someone you had.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I do have some nice things, but there are always nicer things to have. If you think of life as a mountain or as a ladder, I'm definitely not towards the top of it, but by no means I'm at the bottom, if you get what I mean.
So you basically want to climb the mountain you're currently in, and you see this as a vehicle for you?
I'd say it's definitely on the cards.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we're in 2026. The online business space, from what I can see on my feed anyway, is pretty booming. And I see a lot of people with ecom living a good life. So it's not like people are doing ecom and living in poverty. So it makes it somewhat of an option.
I don't understand. You're not living in poverty, though.
No, you're right.
Mm,
But
see the difference on this. Roleplay with me, Aiden. Okay. Do you live in
mm,
poverty?
I wouldn't say so.
Do you have a bad life?
Again, I wouldn't say so.
So what's the reason you're in the school?
Well, maybe call me greedy. Sometimes you just want more. And maybe in this case, I just like more.
What is more to you?
I mean, looking at it as a quantitative value, don't get me wrong. I like going to a buffet because why have one plate of food when I can have two or three? I'm just a greedy motherfucker.
Now what can you say?
So this is your way of basically having more plates on your table.
So all this time you only had one plate?
I'm not sure. I'm not really too sure how to answer that. Like, I have a fairly good life, and I would say I live better than other people by any means. I don't earn minimum wage, and I don't have like government support or anything like that. I
Yeah, okay.
have a
Sorry. Let
house,
me
I have a
stop you.
car, so
Let me stop you. Yeah, sorry. You started the call saying that you're comparing yourself to all these people who have Lambos and day watches.
mm,
And now you're telling me, well, I have a better life than all of the other people. So what if we make a conversation where you're not comparing yourself to other people and you actually tell me who you are so I can see who I have in front? I can help that person.
okay.
Just tell me you told me you want to have more plates. You are greedy. How many plates do you have now?
I'd say that's kind of tough without comparison, but maybe conservatively too, because I would say I'm doing better than other people, you know? Like
No
I
other
wouldn't
people.
say like
No other people. It's just you and me right now.
Okay, so let's make this easy and we'll go with one. Say I have one plate of food.
I
I
don't
have
want
one
this to
plate.
go easy. I want this to be real. You say you had 2 plates. What are the 2 plates you have?
Well, the way I was thinking of it, I was taking values in comparison to like other people. I would say like if you have no plate, you're like homeless. If you're maybe taking, if you're like on like a low wage job and you know paycheck to paycheck, then maybe consider that one plate. You've got enough, you're not starving, you're eating, you're living by, you know. I would say I've got 2 plates. I'm on the nicer side of things. I have some nice things. I don't struggle month to month, you know. So I kind of see it more. I have a slightly more abundant-ish life, you could say, rather than just having the one plate of an average person, you know. But I'm by no means in the realms of having 7, 8 disposable figures.
It's very difficult for me because at the moments you speak like you have an abundant life, and at the second you talk about, yeah, I'm not there yet, and then you talk about, yeah, I have a good life, but then it's like I don't really have a good life. So what is it?
Hmm.
How do you truly feel right now with your life?
Again, I think it's a tough question because I do kind of sit on the fence. One half of me is like, yeah, I've done some cool stuff to get where I am. I'm in a good place. But the other half of me is like, but I can have more.
Well, what half is gonna be talking with me today? Because if the half of I'm enough means we leave the call right
Mm.
now. If you want to have the half of
Yeah, I
I
get
want
you.
more, we see
Mm.
how we do business and we all make money. Your call.
But in that case, look, I want more.
Okay. Do you see? I want everyone to see this. At the beginning, who was really struggling? Amro, feeling the pressure of I don't know what the fuck to do. Where do I go with this? As soon as I flipped and I started taking charge, who felt the pressure?
Aiden.
Aiden.
Mm.
Aiden was like, well, I don't know. It's he started like, okay, I don't know what to say, and I immediately started cutting out everything so that he said, well, if you're fine, leave it here. And it's like, no, 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 I want more. So now we completely eliminated this. I'm fine with how I am. Because if he's fine with how he is, he's not buying. Like there's no way he's gonna buy at the end of the call. So I need someone in despair. I need someone who tells me I cannot stay like this a single day. This person, this prospect is not like that. I had to do what I did. That's why I just took over Amro to show you that in situations like this, if the prospect doesn't get into that state, if you don't put them there, it's a complete waste of time and you should just leave. I mean, obviously you're gonna present the option or we just leave it here. Because if they don't have an actual problem, you pitching them, you doing all this stuff is completely pointless. They're just going to say, okay, I want to think about this real quick. I want to think about this for a minute and then I'll get back to you. That's literally where you're going to get. That doesn't help you at all. That makes sense to everyone.
Yes.
Any thoughts on this? Someone? This
Yeah,
is
I liked it.
you liked it?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good shit. All right. So he just said, yeah, okay, I want more. Amro, what would you say to that?
Okay. What exactly are you saying ecom is going to help you with in terms of getting more?
No, not bad. What do you need to do?
Figure out what the problem is.
Shoe analogy. So do you know how to tie your shoes, right? You know how to, yeah.
Yeah.
So you put your feet and you do one knot and then you do another one. All right. So you just put your foot on and you just started to run. The shoe's gonna go away. He just said, I want more. So what do you have to do now? Tie him down to that attitude. Yeah.
Why exactly do you want that?
Good, good. Do it facing the lion. How would it be facing the lion? What you said is good. I'm just showing you how you can be very good at it. What it will be facing the lion?
I can't ask what exactly does he want because you already said those things.
No, no, no. I'll show you. Role play with me, Aiden. Okay, you're saying now that you want more, but how do I know that in 3 minutes you're not going to go back to just comparing yourself with how good you are with, I don't know, my homeless neighbor and saying, you know what, I'm pretty good. So how would I know that you're actually in a situation where you say, actually, Luke, I want more?
That's a good question. That honestly, I think that's a good question, and I think it's a little bit tough to me for me in one way to answer. Like by some means, like for sure, I said I'm going to be the person. Like I do want more, but sometimes I also don't want to get lost and kind of forget how far I have come. Also, does that make sense?
Well, definitely not based on what you just confirmed 1 minute ago. Now you just got back. You see, that's why I asked you. You just got back to, well, I'm actually doing pretty
Mm,
well with myself. Don't confuse gratitude with ambition. You said that you're greedy. You said that you want more stuff. Good. Why is that related to gratitude? You're confusing both of those.
mm. Yeah, because the greed that I have has got me to be great, have to got me in a place where I can be grateful for the things I do have.
The explanation is that if you solely play on gratitude, you don't have the need for more. And you are the one showing up to this call telling me, I want more, Luca. I want more nicer
Mm,
things. I want all this stuff. Just shielding yourself with gratitude, it will make you really appreciate that Apple Watch and never getting that Daytona that you want.
no, that's true.
So what do you want?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I do want to get more. I do genuinely want to get more.
So am I talking with ambition, greedy Aiden, or gratitude Aiden?
No, I'm gonna throw all of my gratefulness out for the sake of however long we get to talk today.
Pausing there for a second. You see how that was the first tie? But do you see if you haven't done that, how your shoe would have won completely gone? You would have ended barefooted
Mm.
after 2 steps. You see? Now, that was the first one. That's not enough. Now, the next thing is, well, Aiden, that sounds great. And for this conversation, that's very practical. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think that if you just join a mentorship that we have and you start doing this today, it's going to be enough for you to have the life that you want. It's going to be an attitude change completely, not just for today. So if you're prepared to actually be the man who wants the nicer things and going out to get them, I can help you. But if you just say, yeah, I will entertain you, and just for you in this conversation, I'm gonna be that man, it's like, well, no. What's the point? I don't care if you make more money or not, man. You care. You care about the Rolex you don't have. You care about the Lambo you don't have. I don't. So the attitude, it's a permanent attitude that only you can bring to the table, and I can help to direct to the right place. So what attitude are you bringing to the table for good?
No, I get where you're coming from about the ambition side. Like you do have to be ambitious to grow. It just feels weird for me to like completely push that thing aside because next thing I know, maybe fast forward to Aiden in a year, right? Or 2 years, and then I have a watch and I have a new house and I have a Lambo. But then it's like, what? Now I just can't be grateful for now what I have in 2 years' time.
Why not? You should be grateful for the things you have, but you should not allow gratefulness to stop you from the things that you could get.
Mm, yeah, I do kind of get it, but maybe that would be something I have to work on in terms of an attitude change. Because, yeah, like I say, I am greedy and ambitious and I do want more. But, I also understand that with that comes being in more fortunate situations. And then, I don't know, do I feel like an endless black hole abyss of greed is like beneficial without taking a moment to appreciate with what you do have or how far you have come? And I'm
The
not
thing,
saying that to just be a dickhead,
no,
like
I don't
genuinely.
think you are. I think you're being very honest and transparent. And just as much I'm telling you that you're comparing apples with oranges for no reason.
Mm,
You can be grateful right now in this call for having this opportunity. The thing is that you're comparing the gratefulness as a stopper for ambition, for greed, when in reality, they're two different things. You can just be grateful for everything that you're getting and be the ambition, the greed, the thing that gets you the stuff. And with the gratefulness, you appreciate those. They're not
Mm.
different things, they
I
work
think
together.
maybe I think that's maybe where I've been getting a little bit confused then. Maybe I've just been treating them slightly as two separate things rather than more of something that intertwines, you
Okay.
know?
All right. So, psychology session over. Do you feel like you want gratefulness to stop you from getting the things you want, or you want to use it to appreciate the things that you're going to get through your greediness?
No, you're right. And that's a great question. I think the second option.
Okay. Since we're in a coaching call at this point, greedy has a negative connotation. That's why you're putting in that word. Why not use ambition? Because you want more things.
Mm. No, that's right. And I would probably say on my heart on my half, it was a bad choice of word. I think it's very easy to us because I used the food analogy with the buffet. It's really easy to like, people who eat lots of food, they're greedy. It's just it does have a negative connotation. So maybe I kind of misrepresented misrepresented my ambition in the form of greed just because that was an easy analogy. Maybe it's because I'm fucking from the UK or something. I don't know, but
Are we still
I think
roleplay?
that's just I thought so.
Okay, okay. All right. So, still in the roleplay. Good stuff then. So, the reason I'm asking you this stuff is because, and I'm making you walk through this realization, is because if I believe that I can help you, I'm going to make you an offer, right? And there's an investment.
Mm,
And I'm not just talking about the investment of money to work with us. I'm talking about the investment of time that you're going to have to put day after day. And if you are in a way, yeah, but I don't know. I just want to enjoy the things that I have. And at the same time, you're like, yeah, but I want more stuff. Then being in the middle of those two thoughts will not help you be successful. You need to be decided. And what I want you to understand is that you can be grateful and get more stuff to be even more grateful for. If you understand that, we can continue the conversation. I can see how I can help you. But if there's a part of you who still is saying, I don't know, I think wanting more things is a bad thing, well, then don't get it. Don't get them. What do you want to do?
yeah, I'm not saying that getting more things is a bad thing.
So,
Well, that's, I mean, I don't want to say the obvious out loud, really, but I'm kind of on this call because I see the kind of lives that people with ecom have, and that's a fair percentage more than what I have.
what is the thing that you have that is making you believe that it's not enough? And boom, stop. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Discovery mode again. You see? So
Mm,
it's it's a special case. Obviously, you don't have to do a coaching call. Clearly not, right?
mm.
But it
I didn't mean for this to be intentionally difficult, by the way.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
fine. It's fine. It's actually realistic. You know, Isabel making $40,000 with copy after 2 months is not. That's not realistic. What you did is actually realistic. So it's like it's fine.
Mm,
This is how I would handle it. It's a bit of coaching, which I don't think I have shown you examples on where I would use it. The thing is,
mm.
in this case, I kind of have to. One, because it makes me look like an authority. Aiden, roleplay or no roleplay, that was like you must have felt like, okay, this guy is like, it's an authority.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I said good questions, because it kind of makes you feel like you have to do a change of direction. And it's like I'm not trying to be deliberately like abrasive or abrupt. It's just
Yeah,
like I tried to play somebody who's, not starving, not like get me out of this life now, but I want more, but my life is pretty good. I've got into a good place, but
yeah.
more is always better, you know?
And that is very realistic. But the point is, like I said, someone like that is not going to buy. They don't need to. So you have to take them to a place where they say, I need to. So that's one. Another thing that just did is basically you probably guys can saw it, but it built a lot of trust. Like it's like, I really get you. I'm trying to understand you. I won't even pitch you. I won't do anything if you really don't feel like this is gonna be beneficial for you. So multiple things. Again, the first thing to do is always to understand, to test them on, put it back on them, always. In this case was really needed for me to give him a little bit of coaching, because if I don't coach him and I just said to this guy, well, I don't think I can help you, and he just keeps on the mentality of I don't need this, then he will say, well, okay, I mean, I don't need this. So in this case, I'm gonna have to go to an external technique, which is to give you a bit of a coaching call, which is like, dude, if you really want to improve your life, you kind of have to see the situation as it is, not bullshitting me. And that allowed the conversation to move forward. Because imagine the discovery that you would have to deal with this, Ambro, if I haven't done that. Imagine what that discovery would have been. You will
Yeah,
pretty much
he would have
be,
just left.
yeah, it, it would have been painful. You would have nothing out of it. Nothing. So you see why it's important, so important to call the lion. It's like, we got to address it. You address it right now. And if we don't become to an agreement, we cannot move forward. And if you're forced by your offer to pitch, they say, look, man, uh, you're talking about something that is going to be 4 months. We're going to help you for 3K. I don't think you're going to do it. And I don't think you're going to do it either. I don't believe you believe that you're going to do it either, because you don't need to. You say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, okay, let's discuss if you really need it. Because if you do, I can help you. If you don't, well, let's just leave it. That's in the case that you're forced to pitch. Some offers literally tell you have to pitch everyone for some reason. It's like, okay.
Mhm.
But you make it like a casual thing. Yeah. And then you just keep on the thing that is the important thing, just the attitude. So yeah. Tyler?
Yeah. So what you did here was very powerful. Would you recommend doing the same shit with the job? Let's say with the job, they say, oh, this job is so nice. I really like it. Then you just call it out and say, hey, if this job is so nice, why don't you stay in it? Then they tell you, no, it's just that, da, da, da. And then after that, you call out that I'm not understanding. You don't have freedom, but at the same time, you like this job. What's happening? Then you go on this route, because if they still keep saying they like the job or the situation, then you're basically fucked. And I saw this also on a role play with Izzy, where I had to call out her attitude because I was getting nowhere. So, would you recommend I do this also with the jobs and everything else?
The thing is that it has, first of all, you have to know how to do this. This is why I'm not teaching it to you directly. Because imagine you don't do this correctly, it can really backfire. You try to give them a coaching call at minute what, 2? It's you have to know how to do it. It can literally be difficult. Yeah, very difficult. So just keep that one thing in mind. The second thing is there's a limited times you can start a coaching call. For example, if Aiden now does another thing and I go to coaching mode again, he will be like, okay, dude, what's your deal? You here to be to be or what? Right? Did I just pay the event? Like that's pretty much what you also don't want. So you could use it once on a call, needed, if needed, but be careful. Also, it's kind of like a last resource. Don't forget that. It's never about you saying stuff to them. It's about them saying stuff to you. If you can just through questions make them realize that you don't have to explain them the stuff. If you see my first steps were with Ambro were basically, what do you mean with that? Why more? It's like, I don't understand. Yeah. And then it turned out into, okay, let's just go coaching mode. Basically what I did was a high level of leadership. Basically, that's essentially what I did. It's important. It's useful. It's just that you have to know when to use them so that you don't overdo it. Make sense?
Yeah. I think with normal prospects, they would have realized through the questions. But if someone is being like harder, that's when it's necessary to do this or give them a way out because there's no way you can advance going forward. But with normal people, if you just show them the disconnection, they just say, "Oh yeah, you're right." So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else? You good?
Thank you. I'm good.
All right. Easy says, should you call out how he was an opinion? He has an opinion on every question you ask? Not so far, but eventually, yeah. That's a good question. Well, that's a tough question. That's a complicated. I mean, eventually, maybe, I guess. But it's more like a personal thing. Aiden himself does it. He himself does this. It's not like, so it's fine. Doesn't necessarily matter. Anyways, Aiden?
I wanted to double down on what you said about building trust through this through the coaching part.
Yeah.
Because before you said stop, my next sentence was literally about to be a joke about are you going to be sending me an invoice for this coaching session or something along those lines. So
Okay.
the trust was there with the character. So
And if you would have said that, I would say, yeah, of course. Like, we can do business after side. I can give you life advice. But right now, let's see if I can help you with ecom, right? And I would just boom, jump into that. Yeah. And I would have even increased it even more. So yeah, good stuff.
yeah.
Before we move on, if no one else has any questions, what I might do is I might go with the discovery on gathering data. But did you go to that mode because he claims everything is good and he's giving you numbers on how everything is good? Because I
Yeah.
want to know when exactly should I argue with data.
Well, the thing is that he barely gave data. The data was, I have an Apple Watch, and like I'm doing reasonably good. Like that's I don't know what that is. That gives me no information. So I'm just gonna say, okay, you know what? This is clearly what's going on. You will not pay for this. I will not coach you for this. I want to keep on closing it for this. It's like it's pointless. So what's really behind? It's just me being real and understanding and seeing the situation, you know? That's pretty much what's happening. Are you looking for a signature moment to say, this is when I should turn into a coach? Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
doesn't work that
basically.
way. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It's not like a single, it's a combination of little things that are also are dependent on you. And you just see those and you say, yeah, okay, this person
I
is
think it kind of
a waste of time.
sorry.
Tell me. What?
I say I think it kind of happened just because we needed a bit of like a perspective switch up. Like you know that speaking to this kind of person where there's not like a super amount of pain, and you can see from the perspective that you kind of have to get over it a little bit and change it up, otherwise you can't really move forward because there's not really a lot to go on, you know?
Also, if you want to do a discovery on that, what can you get? What was Aiden realistically going to give with that? Like, his big and pain point is not having is that he has an Apple Watch, which is already more than most people have, anyways. So that's not a pain point at all.
And I said I had an 80K car.
Yeah. So that's not a pain point. So I don't know. Right? There's got to be a reason. The people always want more. Never believe them either. Yes? When he tells you that, oh, I got this, it's like you don't buy into that. Oh, you're fine then. But you're also not gonna say that to him. You just know it. Yeah. Doesn't matter you have an 80K car, an Apple Watch. I know you want more. That's how humans are. So I know that. So the grateful thing is bullshit. The I feel bad if I want more is bullshit. He just wants more. He just wants to sound correct. He just wants to be politically correct. So what you have to do is understand that. Obviously, don't call it out and say, well, what do you want to do? Why are you in this call? If you just want to be grateful. And you just start taking it from there and might end up in a full coaching call. Make sense?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, I just see myself being very confrontational as always if I do that. So might as well just do the way you did it.
Yeah, you're not gonna attack them. You're not gonna, create a conflict out of it. That won't help you at all. You don't understand. Everything that I did was because I just don't understand what is he doing. It's just as simple as someone says, I want to fly. Okay, I'm gonna get on the highest part of my building and I'm gonna jump. What? Stop for a second. What? You're not gonna fly. You're gonna fall. No, but I mean, I will be in the air. I will be flying. No. Okay, stop for a second. You have to literally coach them on that. Yeah. You cannot just say, how would you feel if you fall? It's like, no, you cannot go there. You have to say, all right, what the fuck? All right. It's like, no, it's not the same. It's just not the same. So you have to sometimes be more direct. The only problem with being direct is that it can be leading, right? Because you're basically telling them, hey, this is how it is. And if they don't agree, it's like, okay. But if you can just rewatch it, the way that I was coaching him is that, yes, I was being direct, but I am speaking in such a way that is he can only say yes, daddy. Yeah. There's not many things that he can say. It's a foolproof, it's a foolproof argument that makes him say, yeah, if this is true. There's no way I can argue this. So I'm very meticulous with the words that I say and how I say them. That's why it's very difficult to do this. So an easier thing is just to ask, like, why do you have this attitude? Why do you don't want to recognize that you want more? The problem is that it can get very exhausting. So yeah, it's complicated. I know. What you need to do is to stop seeing this as an electricity circuit. Do you know what an electricity circuit is? Did you study? Have you
On and
studied
off.
this? Okay, it's like,
On and off.
yes, but there are others. It's not just the on and off. It's like they're just all connected, and if one part kind of like stops, the rest kind of stops,
All
right?
done.
So the thing is that what you're thinking is I switch or I on off this and this go. It's not like that. It's like a fluid thing. You're thinking it as an electricity circuit. I am thinking it as a bunch of strings that are all connected. They're all entangled with themselves. And I can just pull any of those and I can move the whole thing. It's like everything is entangled. You're thinking it as one thing. And that's why it's difficult for you to say, which the question in your mind, I can literally read it. It's in your forehead is, when the fuck do I have to be a coach? When the fuck do I have to be questioned? So I get that. But if you start becoming more fluid with it, yes, you understand how it is. Makes a bit of sense or not?
Yeah, don't be too strict with it. Be more loose and basically test it out.
Also, it's fine if you fail. It's fine if you make a mistake. You can just recover. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What, Kevin? You want to ask something?
Yeah. It's regarding the watch thing that you guys were talking about. Mm, just a real quick one. Is it dark psychology when someone, because I read something and someone said that, the things that, what are you gonna say, bro?
That's good on you, though.
No,
Good.
I know that it
No, no,
shouldn't
no.
be something. I know I should be focused on money, but I was
No, no,
just
no, no, no,
interested.
no, no, no. Good. You saw a face and you said, okay, what do you want to say? Good. You're you're getting things. Now,
Hey,
people who say
really?
dark psychology, well, let me get you into the video. people who say, "Oh, is this dark psychology?" are literally people who are just day and night. So let's remove dark psychology. This is not a movie. This is not like secret manipulation. It, it's just psychology. It's just how it works, right? Eliminate that one, really. Now,
Mm.
ask the question. Ask the question. I just wanted to make that comment. It's like it was funny.
Well, no, it was literally just about how apparently the things that we hate most about other people, are the things that we in reality want, like in ourselves.
In some aspects, yes. So, for example, I hate you because you're a beautiful black man. It's because I just want to be black. Yes. In some aspects, yes. Aiden doing the biggest disdain laugh ever. That's hilarious. All right. Racist. So, yes. Not always, though. Not always. The
Mm.
your question is, what are the biggest things we hate, or you just saw that connection?
Wha- Say that again, sorry.
Is your question, what are the biggest things we hate, or is your question, hey, I just saw this connection between things that I hate and things that other people have?
No, it was yes, yeah. Well, sometimes I see I feel like I see that because I potentially might want what they have. I don't know if I answered that, or if I still
No, no,
got.
no, no. I don't understand. Go again.
No, like I thought that I see like, oh no, we're gonna have another one of them. But I I see no on the road, yeah, no, I see. Oh, I've lost track now.
All right,
No,
pause,
I see,
pause, think about it, give yourself a moment. Mm,
no, I see things in other people that I'm sometimes envy a little, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should have these qualities about me, even though I don't really like them at times, you know.
yeah, well, what you're calling is just a misplacement of anger. You don't really hate the things that they have, you just hate the fact that you don't have them.
I see.
So think about something that I have that you hate. You don't give a fuck if I have it anyways. It's
Mm,
just that you don't have it. Yeah. So, or that Amro has that you don't have. It, you don't hate that he has. It's just that you hate that you don't have it. Yeah. It's just that it's a basic level of psychology where you don't want to accept it. It's not dark psychology, or definitely it's not dark psychology. Dark psychology, I think, according to the geeks, is basically I'm gonna manipulate you.
mm,
It's
okay.
kind of
Yeah.
black psychology.
No,
That's a good one.
it makes it makes sense, so that because I thought maybe that was what's wrong with me. I thought I was actually envious of people, which like I don't know. That's a wicked kind of thing to feel like that.
Well, and yeah, it's oh, the black psychology really got me. It, it's just that envy, if you break it down internally, it's just the fact that you want to have those things. And you just have to understand why you want to have those things. And then if you work on those, then you feel fulfillment and
Mm,
gratefulness, which overcomes the envy. So yeah, I mean, it's normal.
mm, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But it's definitely not black psychology though. It's
Next psychology.
yeah, it's just normal psychology. You wanted
I
to say
see.
something, Aiden?
No, I was gonna say, does that make me mentally fucked for not hating the when other people for having things I don't have? Because when I see people that have things that I don't have, I genuinely have like no hatred for that, and I'm just like, oh, good for them. They clearly know something that I don't, and they're doing better, so I kind of look up to it more than hate it. But
So
then
there's
you
I
kind
don't know.
of,
So there's three levels of that. Is the achiever, is the suffering, and I forgot the name on this, but it's basically the high rationality. So that's the one you have. So the painful, the suffering one is basically they have that stuff and I want it. And you suffer because of it, right? The high rationality is like, wow, they have that. Nice. That must be nice. Good for them, not good for them. It's like they must be nice, you know. That's it. And then there's the achiever, which is also someone who is in pain as well, which is I want to have that. I want to have that too. You know. So that's me, for example. So
I think that's me too.
okay, you can go like this. It's not like that's fixed. You're in a box. It kind of goes like this. You know, it's like
Yeah.
temperature. So ideally, you want to be here, which is in the middle of both those two. You know, the achiever and the high rationality, because you by being in the middle, you don't suffer them, and you want more. So yeah,
Yeah. I feel like when it's super far out of reach, you know, like 7, 8 figure kind of things, then I'm like, oh yeah, great for those guys. They know some cool shit. Whereas if it's like lower grade stuff where it's like almost within my reach, but just like not, then it's like, ah, I need that. But it's like there's no hatred. I just think fuck good for them, but I want it.
yeah, no, that's good. That's a great mindset. Yeah, good stuff. You don't need a therapy session on that. You don't need coaching there.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, and Jamaica.
Sure. My question is just, I got this from Nico, my sales managers. I think it should, but I just wanted to double check with you. In when he's, for example, discussing payment options, and let's say tried one thing and it fails, what is not then, okay, so what we can do is this. He speaks with extreme certainty, which is, okay, so we're gonna do this. So my question is, overall in sales call, is that a good approach to say we're gonna do this, not do you want to do this, you know?
I'm missing the context. This is someone who is already trying to pay.
For example, so, but it can also be in other scenarios. Let's say they just did open wallet. He got information about their situation. That he's saying, okay, so what we're gonna do is this, as opposed to, well, what we can do is this.
Yeah, no, that's bad. So it depends on the context. If you're just in the gathering information data and you tell them what to do, like you talk in imperative tone, which is you're doing this or we're doing this, it destroys trust. Yeah. Second thing, if you are in the pitching phase and you start, okay, we're gonna do this, it's Celsius. Fuck. You don't want to do that. If though it's the end, it's the closing part, and the person said that they wanted to do this, and now they're just looking for options, so they don't know what to do. Imperative is not a bad thing because it shows that, hey, I'm with you. We're gonna do this. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
So on that aspect, yeah, I guess you could use it at the end. I literally do it now that I think about it. I was doing some memory is with when my process. Oh, okay. So we could try this. Let's do this. That's how I say it. You know. So yeah, 100%. But it's at the end because they already agreed they want to do it and stuff. So yeah, all good.
Cool.
Awesome. So a little bit more of the call. Let's see. I have no idea where we left. So I think Aiden just said he wanted more. Are we still there? That you say you wanted more?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Amro? Well, actually, no. I did the tie downs and I gave you the whole coaching thing. I just remember. So after that coaching thing, what will be the final question here then? Just in case. With this prospect.
In the tie down still, or we jumped
Yeah.
into the.
It's like a triple tie down.
Okay, so going forward on this call, I'm going to be talking to the ambitious Aiden, or the Aiden that's ambitious.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck was that? But no, that's not the thing.
No,
That's
that's
not
what
it.
I.
That's not it. Eh, You maybe might be mistaken. You said ambitious 2 times. You didn't said greedy and Aiden. You said ambitious Aiden or Aiden ambitious. Same
No,
thing.
no, I replaced the first word with I didn't mean to compare them. It just came
Okay.
off as a comparison.
Okay. Right
I
now.
corrected myself, is what I said.
Oh, okay. 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 Right now, yes, it's not bad. I'm going with quantification. How would you quantify that?
So, Aiden, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, okay, I'll just see what you have and we'll just continue with the score, and 10 being, okay, moving forward, I'm going to be talking with you with an ambitious mindset. Where do you rank right now on that scale?
Yeah, method was good. The worst not. So, okay, Aiden. So from 1 to 10, 10 being you're someone who really wants more stuff. 1 being I'm just gonna be grateful. I don't need anything else. What are you right now in that scale? Who am I talking to right now?
It's another great question. Now, I think I think after that breakdown you gave me, I'm going to go with a 10. And because I need to shift my mindset and I'm actively going to work on it, then I want you to call me out if I do start to slip and notice if I'm not being as ambitious as I probably should be.
Do you see how he's served himself on a silver platter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Run with it.
What do you need? What do you have to ask him now?
I'll just start the discovery.
She said something. And yeah, I mean, obviously, you can start a discovery with that, but you didn't caught it.
Is
So,
that he gave me permission every time he slips, I'm gonna re-mention this.
no. So he
That's the
said two
big one I
things.
took.
No, no, no. He said two things that are quite interesting. One, he said, "I think I need to be like this." That's still not there. I was about to jump at that, and I would have in a normal situation because he said, "I think," but then he said, "I want you to keep me accountable," which is one thing that you're gonna remember and you're gonna say it back. And then he said, "Because I need to do this." He again said need. So the answer you're giving is, okay, Aiden, so I'm going to keep you accountable, just like you asked me, for example, to make you realize that you said, I think I should be like this. That's me keeping you accountable. And then you said, because I need to do this. So considering how we are and how real we're having this conversation right now, why need? You use that word 2 times now.
Did I use
And
need? I
don't.
thought I said that I should be.
No, no, no. At the beginning, you said need, and then you said need again.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Then, well, you know, if I'm to change my perspectives and grow and adopt the mindset that you said is required to, be quote unquote compatible with any kind of programs that you guys offer, then that would mean that I would need to implement some changes.
Amro, what would you say to that?
And what changes do you believe you need to adapt?
No,
Mm,
this is what you have to say. Okay. Can I keep you accountable again, like you told me?
please.
Okay. You said if I do this. Obviously, I haven't explained you the program in detail, so I'm not expecting you to tell me, yes, take my money, I'm starting now. It's like, obviously not. I'm not expecting that. But you're still using a lot of neutral language on the aspect that you're not sure this is what you want to do. And again, I might be annoying as fuck, and you this guy, dude. And I totally get it. I am that guy. I am the guy who makes sure that if you join, you fucking win. So, are you going to win if you join? Or do you still want to be kind of like there? Because it's one thing if I say, hey, if you join, another one is if you say it. And if that doesn't make sense, I can explain it to you. But basically, what I'm talking about is the commitment that you have on you
No, no,
saying, I want to
I
make
get
it.
where you're coming from. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I get where you're coming from. My for once this actually wasn't on my side. I know you said earlier on in the call about later on if we work together. So I was just kind of extending on from that because, I don't even know if you're
Okay.
going to give me an opportunity.
Okay. Okay. If it's like that, it's all good. But do you, again, stopping now the role play. Do you see how I'm not giving him a fucking break? Because even if he says a word that is 2 words, I'm stopping him. 2 letters, I'm stopping you. If, what do you mean if? Like I'm not missing a beat, right? And that's what you want to do so that you can make sure that, well, you closed this guy. So yeah, Amro, what would you say now to him?
Okay, Aiden. Now that we're done with all the coaching and psychology, just give it to me straight. What exactly are you trying to solve here?
Oh man. So I want more things.
Expand on that.
I mean, it kind of goes back to where we were earlier. I don't have a Lambo and I don't have a nice collection of watches or, you can always have more.
Why exactly is that a problem to you?
I would say problem is maybe on the strong side, but I get where you're coming from. Um, maybe it comes back to greed. Maybe sometimes I just sit there and I think, it would be nice to have that. Or, you know,
And for how long have you been?
And how can you call it out?
I'm still not getting why is this a problem for you?
You can even call it out in on a bigger scale. Like I'll show you. Aiden, you're a tough cookie. Well, help me understand here. Do you believe that someone like you who keeps telling me that, yeah, I mean, it's just, I want just some nicer stuff, would actually make an investment of time, money, and effort into this if you're kind of like just wanting some stuff? Like, do you expect me to believe that you're gonna do a lot to make this work? Because it's not gonna be a walk in the park.
I see where you're coming from, but I also understand that results don't come without work. So working or putting time in is not anything that I have an issue with.
Do you have the drive to make this happen? I'm not seeing it. That's
Of
why.
course. No, of course. Otherwise, we've booked a slot here for an hour, and I wouldn't jump on just to waste an hour of my time or even your time.
Hmm. Do you believe that if you don't have a problem to fix, you would put all your focus into doing something?
I mean, that would imply I had something better to do.
Exactly. So let's say, do you have a girlfriend or something?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say that you could be spending this afternoon working on this, learning, or your girlfriend says, hey, Biscuit, let's just go out for the city, eat something, have some good quality time together. And I'm pretty sure you're just going to go with her. Am I right?
I'd say it's an interesting assumption. I mean, Don't get me wrong, I like spending time with her, but I can't say yes to her all the time. I
Well,
mean,
no one gives a fuck about her in the analogy. I'm just, oh my, you're just.
I'm perma banned from being a prospect, I swear. I'm not
No,
even
it's fine.
deliberately making this
I'll keep going
difficult.
with it. This is what I would actually say. Okay, so take something else then. Spending time with a family member or with a friend or anything else. Watching your favorite TV show. You're just gonna rather do that because you don't have enough of a pressing pressure on your shoulders to say, "Hey, I gotta make this happen." I mean, if the pressing problem is the fact that you have an Apple Watch and you don't have a Rolex, I mean, sure, I get it. I don't have a Lambo. I have a what's a normal car? I have a Sheep.
Have a Ford.
I have a Ford. That's kind of poor. I have a Camaro. I don't have a Lambo. Camaro is really nice. I could just stay with my Camaro. So, do you get my point?
Yeah, I think I don't mean to come across him maybe this the way I have. I think I should probably give you a little bit more context about me because I don't want I can kind of see how the things I've said might kind of not line up with the characteristics that I completely have. Okay. So just for like a bit of back context, like 6 years ago I started trading. Okay. Now I've been fairly successful with that. You know, it makes me low five figures every month. You know, I'm in a good position. I've had a lot of practice. I'm in a good place. So working hard and studying to achieve things isn't exactly I'm unfamiliar with. Now, when it comes to trading, I'm somewhat restricted, you know, market opening times. You know, if you're familiar with it, I don't want to dive into it too much. But there it does leave me a fair amount of free time. Okay. Now, it's okay. I have a solid income, but it's one income, you know, so I can live a life that's nicer than a lot of other people. I'm in a fortunate situation where I earn I don't even know 5, 6 times maybe the average salary, maybe probably even more. So, but because of the times I'm trading, that also leaves me time during the day. So it means I can allocate that time to to learn something new and get myself essentially another income. Does that make sense?
It does. So, breaking the thing now. Aiden was in a bifurcation point where basically he had to go one side, which is he has to open up more. He chose to do that, or he leaves. Yeah, I didn't give him a choice because of I'm just constantly no, I'm slapping him around. So he only has to pick one of those. Whatever of those he picks, I will win. Because if he just leaves, it's like, okay, he was obviously not going to buy anyways. I just got myself time. If he expands more, now I got a prospect who is interested. So in both cases, I just won. But obviously, Aiden being a particular prospect that it might be sometimes it might happen. It's not a, I mean, didn't happen to me a lot, but some prospects are kind of like this, and you have to just, yeah, if it is like this or nothing. So it's a good example. But is this making sense? How you force someone with all the things that we did slowly to just be this way or just leave?
And do you know what broke it?
Tell me.
It was the I didn't like to the ego thinking about how you wouldn't think that I would put time into invest into grow to be better. That was kind of the final straw in it, if you guys were wondering for context.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm not saying that you're gonna do it. It's like, what do you mean I'm not gonna do it?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Amro, you have like a lot of faces right now. What are you thinking?
No, it's just the amount of time and effort we took just to reframe his mindset to make sure this is going to be a productive call
Yeah.
where we both get something. Otherwise, it would have been a wasteful time for both parties.
But that's the thing. This is the prospect that you're in a call for 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yes.
Not with me. With me, this would have been like, yeah, maybe an hour call, 15-minute call. I don't know. But I know that I'm having a call with someone who really wants to do it. There's a good phrase. I have told you guys this before. If you want to go fast, go slow. We're going very slow right now. But it's the only way that I can make this prospect really tell me what's going on. And if he's a passive prospect, but if he was an aggressive prospect, which is basically they're just enough with this, just tell me what it is, tell me the price of the stuff. It's like, why, if you're not going to do anything? You clearly are showing me that you're not going to do anything. So I'll just save both of us time, and you can even blame me if you want to for not doing this. Oh, that mean guy on the call. It's like, sure, blame me. Or you could just do the right things, talk to me, tell me the stuff, see how we can do business together and make money together.
Okay.
Up to you. And that's literally it. So I win no matter what. And I'm presenting the option for win-win. Up to you. Makes
I
sense?
tried to give you a lot there so that you can roll with it.
Yeah, no. I mean, we're done with this one, but does it
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
Especially you, Amro.
No, it goes back to what you were saying way back, which is your mentor once said, you always play the man, you don't play the game.
Yeah. 100%. I'm not playing the game at all. I'm just playing Aiden. That's the only thing I did so far. And I'm gonna keep doing that until the end. It's like the game is 1% because I have to explain the rules of it. But then I'm not playing it. I don't even care. I don't know how to play poker, but I will be a great poker player. I don't even care. Like, I wouldn't even look at my cards. I would just bet or not bet. Literally, I have to learn this stuff now that I think about it. I'm losing on money. But my point is that I would just bet. I wouldn't even look at my cards. And that's the attitude that you guys should have on the calls. Don't even look at your cards. Just look at what you have in front. See the people, how they're reacting. Oh, interesting. I can bet. I cannot bet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's play poker in Dubai. Guys, you gotta teach me how to play poker. What?
I'm literally on the website now booking the plane tickets. Well, I was before we started role playing.
Good
Now my
shit.
session has expired.
Good shit. I'm gonna learn that. We can. Oh no, I'm not gonna. This video is probably gonna be on YouTube, so definitely I'm not going to learn how to play poker so I can read people. I'm not doing that. Ugh, disgusting. I hate those thoughts. No. All
Promise me, Luke.
right. Let me remove everyone's pinning. All right. Here we are. So let's finishing up. Did you guys like this? Good? Yes? No? Final thoughts from someone? If you guys want to.
Ultra cooking as always, and gentlemen, rewatch the call they had. It was mwah, mwah. Do it. Thank you.
Splasiva. Splasiva.
Thank you, man. It was very interesting. I'm glad that I surprised you in a good way. So, and as well, that text message that I sent, the foolish one, I
Yeah.
will be improving on that for real. So, yeah, I
You
want
guys, if you guys want to know, he asked me a couple questions. I sent him a 3 minutes voice note. I roasted the shit. But I am talking about 10 out of 10 heat from me. Just imagine what that is. It's 10 out of 10 heat from me. It was
I
Was
question
that
my
like
whole
the time you gave Xenon a 0 out of 10?
or you when I review your copy and I said I want to bomb it. That was yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. I had so many of those. My eyes are burning.
I'm a good
Yeah,
coach.
man. Thank you for what's it? It's like a not a wake up call, but like yeah, it was a wake up call, I guess, that you showing me what kind of level I am and what I need to do to improve because, you know, um, yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Absolutely. Jared,
Muchas buenas.
what? Oh no. That's a good Spanish. All right. All right.
Yeah, my takeaway was being patient and also facing the lion. And I think when I'm in calls, a lot of times I want to rush things because I'm like, oh, I have so little time, and my discoveries take long. But
Yep.
sometimes you do need to be very patient and methodical and make sure you go through everything and double tie down everything, or else there's no point in advancing because then you're just gonna get whatever objection because you didn't handle it the right way. So that was my big takeaway.
That's a good takeaway. That's a good takeaway. Good shit. Amra, final words.
Yes, for me, it's going to be piggybacking on the two big influences we talked about earlier, which is if they're labeling themselves with something bad, switch it to something good to benefit you. So Aiden, for example, was saying how he was greedy. You made him switch himself and in his mind that he's not greedy, he's ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cooking, by the way.
It's literally reframing. Reframing 101. But again, it's a negative connotation. There's a reason he chose that word. I gotta make sure he doesn't use it anymore. I use it a bit to indulge him, but then I have to change it. So, all right, we're all good. Yeah, good stuff. I will see you guys in the war room and on Sunday because we have another coaching call. All right. Peace out.
Love you, Ethan.
All right, then. There you have it. You literally just saw how you can extrapolate and get the fucking pain out of a prospect who is not really giving you stuff. Plus a bunch of psychology stuff as well in the middle. So hopefully you enjoy it. Don't forget to put a comment down below. It really helps me out. Drop a fucking like. Stop wanking off. And yeah, you guys know how this goes. So I'll see you in the next video.